friends! We just watched a really interesting video about the country of Kuwait. And if you ever have a chance to go there, there's some really interesting places you can visit that we learned about. Well, one thing that I really liked about that video is there was a museum that was made with mosaic tiles. Everything in the museum was made with like mirror tiles. And a mosaic is a work of art that is made by small pieces of, it could be pieces of glass, it could be like small rocks or beads, or we can even make mosaics out of paper. But a mosaic is always made with small pieces that are put together to make one work of art. So I have an example today of a mosaic, and this is a mosaic tile that I actually made in an art class a few years ago. And this mosaic tile is made out of broken pieces of glass. So you have to be really, really careful when you make this kind of mosaic because broken glass can be sharp. But this was really fun to make, and I really enjoyed making this mosaic tile. So today for our art project, to represent the country of Kuwait, we're going to make a mosaic tile. We're only going to make it out of paper because I don't want anyone to get hurt, and I don't have a lot of broken glass that we can use. So we're going to make a mosaic out of tile, similar to this one. We're gonna use little pieces of paper that we cut into shapes, and then we're gonna glue them down to make a pattern. So friends, let's get to it. Here's a close-up of the mosaic tile that I made. Here's some examples of mosaic tiles to give you some ideas of maybe how you would like to create your mosaic tile. Okay friends, in order to make this mosaic tile, we're going to need a square of white cardstock. I made this square 6 inches by 6 inches, and it's heavier paper, which is cardstock. And we're going to need a pencil, scissors, a glue stick, and we're gonna need to make some little squares. So I have cut a bunch of strips of different colors of paper, and I'm gonna let you guys cut the squares or whatever shapes you wanna use. Sometimes you might wanna cut in a little bit different shape, and it doesn't have to be exactly the same size, every square. So I just picked some. I picked all these colors. Just choose which colors you want. Take a couple, 2 or 3 strips of each color. You don't need too many because one strip makes a lot of squares. So I picked all these colors. And after you get your strips of paper, take a little container and you just take your scissors and cut squares. And remember, they don't have to be perfect squares. Just you can cut them really fast. Okay friends, once you have a good selection of squares cut, you can begin making your mosaic. I would suggest you didn't get too many different colors because it might get too busy looking. So maybe pick like 4 or 5 colors you want to start with, and we'll just work on using those. So the next thing you're going to do is take your white paper and you can draw a pattern on there that you want to make your mosaic like. I'm just going to make what I'm going to do is draw like a line from corner to corner, make a big X on here to start, and then I'm going to do a circle. So I'm just going to start with that as my idea. Then I'm just going to take my squares and start gluing them on to fill in the spaces. Okay friends, here's the tile when it's all finished. Make sure that when you're gluing the pieces on that you leave some white in between them, because on real tile there's this substance called grout that's between the little pieces and it holds them together. So if you leave a little bit of white, it will look more realistic. I know it takes a lot of time to make a mosaic tile, but it was a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed learning about mosaics and about the country of Kuwait. See you again next time.